So, Alex has redesigned his prismarine farm, and it is working like a beast, but that means he's going to need more than that little bit of storage down there. So in today's episode, we're going to help out our friend and design a massive storage area. Stay tuned! What's up guys, it's Coop Dizzle here and welcome back for episode 34 on the StreamCraft server. It's another beautiful day here in Rhapsody, and yeah, it looks like we have been pranked. We've got a really massive project to start today, and a very overdue project having to do with all of these boxes behind me right here. Yeah, we're gonna finally get started on the chest room, guys. I've been planning this thing out for a long time, and I still have some planning to do. But I've got enough planning done that I think we can at least get a start with it on this episode. But before we do that, we've got to check out this prank. So let me switch back into my cursor here. And yeah. Alright, so I just logged in. I was going to go do some prep work before the episode started. And I saw this giant mess and I thought, what on earth? It looks like I've been pranked. So I thought I better record here. So what is this? Extra sign. Very nice. I noticed your last video, you had some issues with lighting and mob spawning, so I figured I'd give you a hand. I lit up the grounds around some of your builds, so you should have at least a few less problems now, Alex. Good thing packed ice doesn't melt. Oh, I see. Does that mean that he's lit up the area on top of the sugarcane tower? I can't tell. Oh yeah, it does. Oh my gosh. Oh no way, man. Well, I tell you what. Thank you, Alex. This is actually pretty nice. It looks a right mess. But that is a lot of free glowstone and a lot of free sea lanterns as well. So it's going to be a big cleanup job. But the resources are definitely nice. So thank you very much, Alex. I really appreciate the help there, buddy. So anyway, another thing I wanted to do too, that's funny, I was thinking, you know, is there going to be like a death trap or something? Am I going to need to go put away a bunch of stuff in my inventory? But nope, just some friendly help from another one of the StreamCrafters. So appreciate it, Alex. Alright, let me see, let me get this one out. If we were to update this map now, which map is it? I can't even see. Okay, there we go. So now this should have, oh baby, look at that. The Burj Khalifa cow tower. Man, that looks awesome on the map. That looks totally awesome. Can we put that back in? There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, try that again. I've been having some problems with my machine here lately. My right click has been acting up on my touchpad. But yeah, that looks really cool. That looks really cool, doesn't it? Yeah, that's totally awesome. Alright, well guys, anyway, so I actually wasn't going to start the episode just yet because I still have some stuff to do. The plan for today, though, is we're going to get started on the chest room. I've been tired for a long time of having all those chests just out in the open. You know, it doesn't look very good, and not to mention it's not very protected from creepers. In fact, you may remember a while back I had a creeper explosion and lost quite a bit of resources. So we are going to be getting started on that. For those of you that maybe haven't seen this before, do I have my bow on me? I do not have my bow on me. I guess you get to live, buddy. So for those of you who have just kind of found the channel in the last couple of episodes, this is the underground crystal cave, and it is a secret portion of the base that we are working on. So if we go off in that direction, we have our ultimate branch mine. And you might have been able to tell from these diamonds that I am starting to work on doing a little bit more mining, and that's because I need ore blocks. So I need some ore blocks for the chest room project. And yeah, so basically what we're going to be doing here is we are going to be digging out a giant hole in the ground underneath this thing. And I guess we're going to have to battle after all. Alright, let's do this. Alright, how'd that work out? Was he just a small one? No, he wasn't. Alright, let me clear up these guys real quick. Come on. And my server lag continues, although my internet connection is okay today, so I'm not sure why. But anyway, so I've been doing a lot of research on chest rooms, and I want to figure out, what would be the ultimate chest room. It definitely would have to have a sorting system, but then there are problems with sorting system, and so some of it I haven't quite worked out yet. For example, I don't think there's a way to sort out non-stackable items. What happened to this guy? But anyway, I've got enough of it done, like I said, that we can get a start to it. So what I need to do is I need to set up a beacon, and that's going to be a little bit of a pain because the beacon has to go all the way up to the surface, and I might as well just center it right here, which means that I'm going to have to take out that light source and also the pillar and all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, I'm going to, let's see, I guess actually my closest portal would be over here. So I'm going to portal out of here and go get some stuff to set up a beacon. Wait a minute. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I'm going to go get some stuff to set up a beacon and get all of that set up, and then oh my goodness, we're going to dig out a giant hole in the ground so we have some room to get started. Alright, as you can see, I've got a beacon set up, and right before I started recording, I was right at this angle and I thought, man, what a cool view on the city level that this place is starting to have. Like, that's totally cool. But anyway, so I just want to hop down here real quick and kind of show you what I managed to get done. It took a while. I had to go download, oh wait a minute, while I was digging this out, or setting this up, I accidentally knocked out a block right here, I think it was. Yep, there we go. Okay, oh, going down. And yeah, anyway, so it took me a while. I had to go do a world download and kind of do some research and see exactly how big the hole that we were going to be digging was. But I replaced this pillar, nether brick pillar, with a piece of glass. Oh, I stuck. I'm stuck. What did I say? I stuck? Weird. But anyway, so yeah, it is going to be a massive hole. I'm basically going to be using JL's chest room design, but with a couple of modifications, and it's going to take up a massive amount of room down here. Each tunnel needs to be, I need about 31 blocks of space across and about 15 high for the sorting system and item transportation and all that stuff. So anyway, I've got my haste 2 beacon set up, which means that we can just go to town and mine this thing out, and I've kind of set it up. Hopefully I don't interfere with the ground level up there. Ooh, it looks like I might knock out some of the lighting. It shouldn't be too bad though, because I believe the water, what do I call that, like the pond texture, it kind of curves up to the edges, so this is as low as that level should get, and I'm giving myself an extra, like 2 blocks of space to walk around up there so I feel comfortable and I can work more easily. Oh, that's so scary though. Alright, but yeah, it's gonna work out just fine. So I was thinking about it though. Oh no, gravel. That's okay, what do I have on me? I have a piece of prismarine. Okay, so yeah, getting started, it might be a little bit of a pain. What else am I missing? What can I throw in there? I bet I have some diorite in the floor up there. We'll just toss that in there like so. Oh man, distractions. What was I saying? So, getting started, it might be a little bit of a pain, but as we go on, it should be better. Oh, right, but what I was thinking was, the Pick of Destiny is running a little bit low here, and it might be a good idea to go and get myself a couple of work picks, and that means that I'm going to need to do some enchanting, or not just enchanting, but also trading with some villagers, to get some picks. That way I don't have to spend my own diamonds. And then we're gonna head over to the probably the gold XP farm and grab some XP, do some enchanting. And in fact, now that I can make a bunch of books, I can finally put in an enchanting area over there, which is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time now. Let's see, how's this gonna work out? Yeah, so far so good, not bad. But anyway, yeah, I want to make sure I'm. Oh no! Jeez, I almost had a heart attack there. Alright, that'll work. Alright, so this is no big deal. Anyway, sorry, it's kind of tough to play and think and commentate at the same time. Usually it's not too bad, but every once in a while, yep, this is going to be a pain. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go do all that stuff that I was talking about. Get some pickaxes, craft up some bookshelves so that we can add an enchanting area over at the gold farm. and then finally we'll get to go and make ourselves some new pickaxes so we can get to work digging this place out, because it is going to be a massive project. So I'm going to go, oh man, here we go again. I'm going to go do all that stuff and then I'll meet you over there. Well, here we are. We're at the Ultimate Golden XP farm on the roof of the Nether, and yeah, as you can see, a bunch of pigmen are just kind of chilling out. Now, it's actually been a while since my last cut. I did manage to make some bookshelves, and in fact I still have, 6 left over, and I made an enchanting table, and also did a bunch of trading. The reason it took so long was because my item sorting at the Gurkha Villager Tower is busted, so I was trying to troubleshoot that for a while, but eventually I did get around to doing some trading, and I got a couple of chest plates. In fact, the reason we have 2 of them is so we can combine them and remove these enchantments. So now we just have a chest plate, and the game actually counts as a brand new chest plate, which is cool. And I got about 7 pickaxes or so, 6 or 7. I brought 4 with me. The plan is I'm gonna make 2 picks, and then I've got a couple back home that I can use to repair with. Also brought a couple of extra stacks of books, and added some chests down here. So the chests are going to be for extra books, and if I don't use them, anyone else who wants to can bring them up here. You know what I forgot though was a dang anvil. Oh man. Alright, well, I don't want to start this without an anvil, so I'm just going to head down to the bottom here. Aha! This should be enough. Let's craft up an anvil real quick. So we will take 1, 2, 3 of those, and then let's see. So just take a second. Yep, like so, perfect. So anyway, like I was saying, the plan is we are going to head back up here, and I'm just going to AFK for a bit until I have, like, I don't know, 80 levels or more or something like that, but a bunch of levels. I have a, oh, is there an ender chest up there? I wonder if there is. If not, it's going to slow me down too. Let me just go grab this ender chest over here. We're going to move it. I keep getting sidetracked, don't I? I've been doing that a lot this episode. So yeah, we are going to get a bunch of experience points and then enchant some books. And if I'm lucky, I'll have enough good books that I can get myself a couple of really good pickaxes and a really good chest plate as well. So while I'm over here AFKing for XP, I just thought I'd take a second and say a couple of quick things. First of all, it was really cool to hang out with you guys in the comments of the last episode and just get to know you a little bit better and learn how you guys got into Minecraft. It seems like it's mostly just, you know, from a friend showing it to you. For me, it was my little brother, and I saw him play it a little bit, but mostly he spent a lot of time with my oldest son playing it, and my oldest son loved it and just kept begging me to get the game. And so I ended up getting the Pocket Edition first, because I knew that it was like its own subculture that Minecraft was, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want to get lost in this thing or not, or get obsessed with it. So let's just start out small. We'll get Pocket Edition. And then I started watching the YouTube videos because I didn't know how to play the game. And it just seemed like, you know, Pocket Edition was so limited, especially at the time, and so I got frustrated, and I was like, alright, I don't want to go full out and get PC yet. Let's just get the Xbox Edition. That's the one my brother plays on anyway, so I thought that might be a cool way to spend time with him, because I live in a different city from him, so I don't get to see him or visit very often. And so we got Xbox Edition. I played that for a long time, and then it was still before hoppers were in the game, and I just kept getting frustrated. I was like, man, I really want to be able to play the way that the pros on PC play, you know? So I finally got the PC edition. That was well over a year ago now that I've been playing on PC. So anyway, thank you guys for sharing your stories with me. It was really cool. The other thing was, I wanted to let y'all know that I talked about doing a Let's Build project or series for in honor of 50 subscribers. And I still want to do that. I'm just not ready yet. I think we're going to do the CN Tower, and I'm just trying to find some good information about the layouts and stuff like that. So anyway, but yeah, that's what's up with that. If any of you are wondering where the Let's Build series was, I still plan on doing that. I just anyway, I don't want to take any more time with this. I just wanted to let you guys know what was up with the Let's Build series. and share that little tidbit about how I got into Minecraft. So over here, we have an Efficiency 5, Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, all with books. And over here we have Efficiency 5, Unbreaking 3, just with books as well. So that was pretty cool. And I've got some extra books. I threw some chests down here. And most of these aren't really anything to write home about. At first I was just enchanting all level 3. So whatever it was coming out as something pretty decent. And you know, you could combine some of these books to make something pretty cool. A bunch of Power 4 books and Knockback 2. And there's a decent one, Looting 2. I wonder if I have another Looting 2 book in here that I could use. And I put a couple of books that I want to use in the future over here. So Aqua Affinity 1, that's pretty sweet. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and throw that in my ender chest. There we go. And then I will just toss the rest of these books in here probably. What is that? See, Protection 4, Power 4, Sharpness 3. Like, that's going to be a really good book. I'm going to throw that over here. We'll make this the good book pile. Efficiency 3, Blast Protection 4. That's not bad. Projectile Protection 4. So I'll keep one of each of those over here. Of course, if someone ends up using it, that's fine too. And I still have a stack and a half almost of books left, so everything's going pretty good, guys. And I should, hopefully, 2 picks will be good enough to get that digging project done, particularly since we can repair them a few times. And check it out, Alex is on the server. And earlier today, Alex was asking me if I was going to be around later because he is working on upgrading his prismarine farm. Let's see, let's combine these things real quick. Yeah, we can toss, tell you what, we can toss this. And so anyway, I thought, yeah, sure, that sounds like a lot of fun. So rather than heading straight back to the base, that's what I was looking for, we're going to head over to the prismarine farm and hang out with Alex for a bit, see if we can help him get the prismarine farm upgraded. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to come down here and collect the spoils of my AFK. So let me clear all of this. Oh no, dang it. Let me clear all this stuff from my inventory. This is the other really cool thing about this farm. I already have like a few stacks of gold blocks, but I still love doing this. Let's just click those in here. Whoops, there we go. So we can just come in here, load these up. That last one was an incomplete stack, wasn't it? So we'll just go ahead and do that, or maybe it wasn't. Okay, and then we can just come in here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, using the numbers on the keyboard, and boom, a stack of gold just like that. So anyway, I'm going to get the rest of these things turned into stacks of gold, and then we will, yeah, and then I'll meet you over at the prismarine farm. So I'll see you in a second, guys. So as a quick side note, here's what I decided to do with all those gold blocks. Yep, I just made a pathway to get up there to the ladder that leads to the gold farm. So I thought that was kind of humorous that I was able to make so many gold blocks. I was like, let's just drop them off in the ground here. Anyway, let's get back to that project. Well, here we are at the prismarine farm. What's up, Alex?
Not much, Coop.
So, what are you working on? I know you're working on a prismarine farm, but you're working on a new design, right?
Yeah, I figured that this design here was too slow, so I went on YouTube and found a new one. I can get you the name of it in a minute.
I think I'm going to turn down my... I'm getting some FPS drop. Let me see. I'm going to turn down my render distance a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Alright. That should be better. Okay. So do you need some help, or what's up?
Well, the next thing I need to do is just lay down a bunch of dirt and fill in the top with water, and then it's basically done. The only other things that need to be done after that are just item sorter and a platform in the sky.
A platform in the sky?
Yeah, it's going to be at about, I think, Y160, if I'm not mistaken. That's where you AFK.
Oh, okay.
And apparently that's the optimal spot for the spawning algorithm, according to this video.
I gotcha. Right, and then you'll need an item elevator or something. Okay.
No. You just sit up there. They die down in the lava below. You can kind of see it from here. And there's item collection just underneath.
Oh, okay. Alright, well let's...
We could do an item elevator, actually. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah, maybe. Why not? Save the trip.
Yeah. Yep. So this one's still running though, right?
Yeah, I figured why turn it off while I'm building this thing up. Might as well get some prismarine on the side.
Yeah, right on. All right, well, sounds good. Okay, so guys, I'm going to do a little cut here. We're going to work for a bit and see if we can get some progress done on the prismarine farm. See you in a second. All right, guys. Well, some progress has been made, and we are up here at Y160 or 159 or so. And yeah, we got the place filled in with water. Can't remember exactly where it was at last time. But that was really about it. We just placed some dirt, filled in some water. Now we've started working on a platform up top. And it's going really good. Alex, do you remember who made that tutorial for this design?
Hold on, dying.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I'm alive. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't a good idea to jump in there. This farm was made by SC Petty, alongside with a guy named, let's see, I Ossers.
Alright, cool. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and link that in the description of the video. But this was the design that Alex chose to upgrade his prismarine farm. And we were checking it out with my camera account earlier, and this thing is way more efficient than the original design that Alex used. He said that this one wasn't... there wasn't a video for this one at the time that he made the first one. So, yeah, and there aren't a lot spawning in right now because we're hanging out down here instead of up at the platform. But this chest has probably been online for less than 20 minutes, and it's almost full already. So it's a pretty good design, so good job to those guys. And yeah, so the next thing that we're going to be doing here is working on a platform up top and making an item elevator to transport the items up there and get some stuff sorted out up there. So I'm going to... Alex, I'm going to let you handle the item elevator and the technical side, and I'll do some kind of design for the platform and try and figure that out. In fact, I have a few chests with me as well that can get us started with the storage up there too.
Actually, if you have a couple chests, you might need to expand this one right now.
Do you have any hoppers?
Yep.
Well, okay. I think they're in my ender chest, so I'll have to run up and grab that.
Oh, wait, here you go.
Oh, right. Yeah, I have 12. That's not going to be enough for storage up top, but...
we'll make more.
Yeah, it'll get us started. So anyway, that's the news, guys. So we are going to continue work on this. It's pretty exciting, really, just because it is so much faster than the old prismarine farm. So, Alex, I'm glad you decided to do this. It's exciting stuff. Anyway, we're going to keep working on it, and then I'll show you some more progress. Alright, guys, so it's not going to look like I've done a whole lot, okay? But I played for several hours working on this little project. It started out as a platform, but I started having a lot of fun working on this thing, and my aspirations for it got a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. And yeah, so hopefully I don't fall through the floor here. I'm going to try to look down because I might fall through the floor. No, my connection seems pretty good, and here we go. I'm going to go ahead and, I don't know if Alex is too pigment friendly. Sorry, guy, you're going to have to go. Ooh, I'll take that. So here we are, guys. This is not complete yet. Sorry, there's been no progress update, but it got to where I was able to play but not really record progress updates. But anyway, I've been having a lot of fun working on this thing. So as you come in, you can see the Guardian farm below. I think, whoa, that would have been bad. I think I don't know. I think Alex is going to call this thing the fish tank. I said something about fish tank, or just called it a fish tank. And he's like, you know, that's actually a pretty good name for the farm. So I'm kind of wondering if we can do a sign somewhere that says fish tank. But anyway, I really like this hallway design so far. This is really my first time to use prismarine blocks and dark prismarine to this extent anyway. And so far I like it. Now the ceiling design, I'm not a big fan of, but I'm really not sure what to do. Like equal numbered hallways are quite difficult for me. Equal numbered rooms in general can be quite difficult. But as you come in, you've got a bed, so if you need to sleep for some reason, you can. You've got your ender chest, you've got your just a regular chest. I don't know why it's there, just in case you needed a crafting table so you can craft up all the stuff you need. It'd actually probably be a good idea to put this in other hallways, but I'm sure it's fine. Now, Alex wanted to make sure we had furnaces here so that you could cook up a bunch of fish while you AFK. And yeah, so here we go. This is what the main platform is looking like so far. In the last cut where you saw that just pile of dirt, or I should say platform of dirt, it was right about here. So for any other StreamCrafters watching, these 4 blocks mark out the center of the farm, which means that this is the optimal place to AFK. So if you're going to AFK, you can hang out here. It should be completely safe. Don't be fooled by the fact that you are standing on glass that is unsupported. And yeah, I don't know. This could be a little bit better, but I wanted to try and keep things pretty simple. I meant for this to be a relatively simple project, and it's just something that has dragged on for hours. But you know, the other thing is that building in the sky is really challenging. So I was holding shift pretty much the whole time, which, as you might know, really slows you down a lot. But anyway, I started out with just the prismarine and the dark prismarine. I'm not a big fan of the other rocky, patchy looking prismarine block. It worked really well in the underground cave for underneath water, but I don't like it as just a general building block. So I wanted to bring in a third color, and that ended up being orange. Now the design of the floor here is actually Alex's design. It's something that he did on the fish tank down at the bottom. So we just incorporated that in here, and I've thought about even extending these colors up, maybe to these central pillars, and that might be a cool thing to do too. So one of the things I need to do, well actually let's just go in here real quick. So this is what the hallways with the chests are looking like, and you can really see now, like, these stair blocks really bug me. I don't know what to do about that, but I think I'm probably just going to leave it for now. If Alex hates it, then of course he's welcome to change it, or I might be willing to hop on here if I have time sometime in the near future. So each of these windows that you can see through, these are going to change quite a bit. And what Alex was talking about doing, he had a pretty smart idea. And I think I started to say this earlier, but what he's actually going to do is separate the items down there and then use 3 separate item elevators, one for each storage hallway. So for example, yeah, that's one thing I was trying to say. This glass right here, you'll actually get to see the items coming up. And let's say if this were the fish hallway, for example, you would see the fish coming up here. And if you went to a different hallway that was the prismarine shard hallway, you'd see the items coming up over there. And possibly through this glass too, I don't know. But anyway, so it should turn out to be a pretty cool design. I have been talking a little bit too long in this update, so I'm going to go ahead and make one more cut, and I'm going to try to get as much of this finished as possible, although I am running out of playing time very quickly. So I'm going to go back to the base. I'm going to get some more acacia wood, and I need, let's see, we're going to get some more black stained glass. I think I'm going to try and get some more dyes. I need, let's see, red, orange, green, and cyan. That should be doable. So I need those 4 colors. We're going to probably mimic this design again in the ceiling. I don't know if I want to use black stained glass or just regular glass, because I really like being able to see, like as you can see right now, it's kind of twilight, and it's really pretty to see it through here. But anyway, so I'm going to work on that design. I'm going to grab some bushes too, because bushes make everything better. So, you know, we'll put like some bushes here and there, probably around the place in here, and then in that first hallway where you come in, I left some gaps so that we can have some bushes kind of spilling out from, you know, the entrances and stuff. So I've got some more materials to grab. I have quite a bit more work to do, but the design for this place is getting really close to completion. So I'm going to get back to work, guys, and hopefully when I get back, I will have a finished product to show you. I hope. Alright guys, well, the interior design for this farm is completed, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I made some tweaks since the last cut, and yeah, the first one is this ceiling. I had to do something else, and I kind of didn't want it to just have that stair and then jut straight up, but I think I like that a lot better, and yeah, I'm sure you'll agree with me on that one. You can see I added in the bushes and things, and it definitely livened up the place quite a bit. So when we walk in here, I might have overdone it a little bit, but you know, I think it's fine. Oh man, look at this. It's spectacular at sunset. That is just awesome. This place is really cool. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun hanging out here waiting for materials for prismarine blocks, so it's pretty exciting. I really like how it turned out. Here's how the hallways turned out. I didn't add any bushes here, but I did make that change on the roof, and I think that looks a heck of a lot better as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this whole thing came together. And you know, there's a funny story I meant to tell in the last cut. Yeah, their ceiling design just mirrors the floor design, no big whoop. But yeah, funny story is that as we were working on this project, like as soon as we got that farm online, Alex kept dropping in chests. I might have mentioned that in the last cut, but it was like he wanted to save every, you know, resource that he could, or he probably just wanted to do it so we had resources for up here. But you know, he mentioned he was a little bit obsessive over losing, you know, materials. Like he'll dive into a ravine to save a torch or something like that. So I thought that's pretty funny. So this storage is probably overkill, but I think it's going to be a really long time before Alex ever has to worry about adding more chests to here. There are 40 chests per wall, okay? So that's 80 chests per hallway. That's 240 double chests worth of items that we can store in this farm. And then, oh, that moon looks so cool peeking in through there. But yeah, and knowing Alex, as soon as he gets the item transportation done for this farm, I would not be surprised if he was just AFK here all the time, trying to fill up all these chests. But anyway, I hope that he likes the design. I hope you guys like it too. The more I hang out here, especially during the daytime, and this night sky, man, this looks so cool. It kind of makes me, you know, want to build a base like this someday. I really haven't had inspiration for a base in a while, but that's one thing I was kind of thinking as I was, you know, walking around here. It's such a small thing, and it took so long to do up in the sky. But man, it just looks so cool. Like, it would be neat to build a sky base. I've never done a proper one before. So anyway, if I can just skip today real quick, please. And you can kind of see, oh, hello, rubber banding a little bit. But you can kind of see what this thing looks like in the day too. The color of the sky definitely has a big impact on the color of the stained glass, particularly in the walls, more so than in the floor and in the ceiling. But I think it looks really pretty. You know what? I mean, yeah, I think that looks really cool. So anyway, guys, enough rambling on. This was not the storage project that I meant to do today. Of course, we meant to get started on the ultimate chest room project over at Rhapsody, but this was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. So big thanks, Alex, for inviting me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. Feel free to share the video and spread the word about the series. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and you can follow along as we work on our epic base back at Rhapsody, and occasionally help out our friends as well. Well, anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you had a good time. I definitely did. Until next time, may you be happy, may you be well, and take care. I'll see you later.